I'm Dee Goddard, a member of the FETS Young Academics Network and a PhD researcher at the University of Kent. My research investigates the representation of women in ministerial positions across Europe. So I first heard about the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing in 1995 through my scholarly studies rather than through my engagement with policy networks and activists. And I think that's really interesting because it's something that we look at as scholars, that those activists and those networks might not actually relate to as much themselves. When we look back on Hillary Clinton's speech from that event, it's still really motivating and really passionate. And the world has changed a lot in those past 20 years, but there are still some of those calls that really resonate. I think especially the call for the representation of women in decision-making bodies, especially in decision-making bodies that are specifically related to those issues that affect women the most. I think that a lot has changed in the past 20 years and a lot has improved in terms of the representation of women in decision making, but there's still a long way to go. And I'm really excited to see how events like this one can start to bring attention to that historical event so that we can reflect on the past 20 years, but also see how we can affect the representation of women in decision making bodies moving forwards.